So you're looking for beginner sewing projects, but you want something that is cute. You don't want just something that you could just throw away. You actually want something you can wear. I got you. Hi everyone, I'm Angelina and this is Blueprint DIY, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. Guess what? I actually wrote a book. Yes, I wrote a book and I'm super excited about it. And in the book, I have some QR codes to tutorials that kind of follow along with what the book is talking about. And one of those tutorials is how to make an elastic waist skirt, because I think that's one of the most simple projects that you can make as a beginner sewer. But of course, because it's on my channel, it has to have a twist. We are going to take a men's dress shirt and we're going to turn that into an even easier skirt. Easier than even making it out of raw fabric, because it's going to allow us to skip 2 whole steps, which is, as a beginner, that's probably about a good 30 minutes to an hour for you. So let's do it. All right, so we have our dress shirt here. In the book, for this one, we are focused on using actual fabric. And for this one, you're going to measure your waist and multiply it by 1.5. But for this one, I'm going to do upcycling, because you guys know that this channel is all about upcycling. So what you're going to need for this project is scissors, pins. You're also going to need a safety pin, something to mark with. I like to use a sliver of soap. This is just a bar soap at the end of its life, the part that you normally throw away. And you are going to need some 1-inch elastic and a ruler or something straight so that you can mark a straight line. The first thing you're going to do is measure your length. You're going to take your tape measure and you're going to measure from the top of your waistband or wherever you wear your pants down to wherever the length is that you want. And we are cutting it so close. Like in the back, I think it'll be fine because we got 18. And the front is going to be a little bit shorter than what I measured. I measured 15.5. But I am really not feeling like taking off pockets today. I'm not pulling out a seam ripper unless I mess up. So we're going to cut this right at the pocket. You want to make sure you lay everything, whether you're using fabric or a garment, make sure you lay it as flat as possible. If there's a lot of wrinkles, go ahead and take it over to your iron and iron it flat. We're going to cut with our nice long strokes using the whole blade of the scissors. All right, so now we have this. We can use it as a crop top. And then for this, all we're simply going to do is, if you're doing the fabric, you do want to sew one end of it. You want to fold it over and sew one end. But for this in particular, we are going to simply open it up and we're going to fold it over a little bit. A 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and iron it flat. And then we're going to fold it over a little bit more than 1 whole inch, enough so that our elastic can fit comfortably in the opening. So a little bit more than 1 inch. This is what I call a double fold hem. A lot of people ask me what that is. It's when you fold one end and then you turn it again so that you get a nice finished edge on the inside. No serger needed, no nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and button my button back up. I realize I don't need to be able to open this at all, honestly. So I might sew the whole thing closed. Button and then sew the whole thing closed. Maybe. I'm gonna put those two together. Everything gets folded over and everything gets sewn down right along the edge, just like we did our pillowcase, actually, if you followed the pillowcase video. And we are going to leave an opening. I'm probably going to leave my opening. I like to leave my opening on the seam. A lot of people like to leave it on the back. There's no back seam, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it on the side because it'll be, you know, more hidden. So I like to leave it someplace where it's going to be kind of hidden. So I'm going to leave my opening. We're going to leave a 1-inch opening so we can get our elastic in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew this all the way around. We wanna make sure our seam stays tucked. If you do wanna pin that down, like we were talking about in the pinning video, pin it in a way so that you can easily take those pins off as you sew. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing. On this channel, we do upcycles all the way from like the bare beginning, like this one, all the way, and no sew tutorials. So not everything is about sewing. all the way up to the most amazing epic upcycles ever. And this book is going to allow me the freedom to do both. I know some of you guys have been remarking that you missed some of my sewing or my like amazing epic tutorials, and we've been focusing on beginners, which I have no regrets about that, teaching beginners classes, because it's allowing more people to come into the community, but it's going to allow us the freedom to do both. So I'm super excited about that. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So now we're going to measure our elastic. You're going to take a piece of elastic and wrap it around your waist at the point where you want your skirt to sit. So if you like high waist stuff, you sit at high waist. If you like, whatever you like. And you're going to wrap it so that it fits as snug as you want your skirt to fit. And then you're going to overlap it by about 1 inch and cut there. All right, so now we're back. Our opening is on the side right here. You're also going to need a safety pin. Put it on the end. These are 3-inch safety pins. Got at Walmart in the sewing section. And we're going to put them on the end. And we're just going to scoop this elastic into that opening and all the way through. Careful not to let the other side come through as well. We want to keep that side from coming through. Want to make sure it stays nice and flat. All right, once you get it out on the other side, you want to make sure that everything is flat the way that you want it. Flat, flat, flat. Yep, we got to turn here. Is it turned or did it just crumple? Okay. So nothing is turned, I don't think. We're going to overlap our elastic by 1 inch, just like how we cut it. And I'm actually going to add a pin so that I don't forget how it was overlapped. And then we're going to sew it here and here, back and forth a couple times. Now we're going to cut our excess thread and we're going to pull it so that it's flat inside the seam. Then we're going to go ahead and sew this closed. But we're going to sew it closed just like we sewed the rest of the waistband. Get all the way to the end and run out of bobbin thread. It's infuriating. Cut our excess thread and give it a good press. Like I said in the book, we're more focused on if you're going to do this with fabric. If you are going to do it with fabric, you are going to have to hem the bottom. That's one of the things I absolutely love about upcycling. For me, it saves me so many steps, helps me to do projects a whole lot faster than regular sewing or sewing with raw fabric. But if you are using raw fabric, then you can go ahead and do that double fold hem down at the bottom. You're going to fold it a small amount and fold it a small amount again. All right, so that was super easy. Let's see how short it is.
Under these lucid dreams, I'm not just a visionary. It's all making sense to me. Not a basic, ain't no ordinary. Stay put, we gon' get higher. You're the product, I could be your buyer. Under these lucid dreams, I'm not thinking off my head, yeah.
Okay, yes, it is short, but I can see so many of you guys rocking this. So good, so good, so good. Super cute, super easy. Skipping those steps of doing that last hem, as well as the step of doing that one seam on the side that you would have to do if you were making it from scratch. Super easy. So I am really, really glad we did this. Let me know in the comments other beginner projects that you want to see me do, as well as some of the epic projects that you have been waiting to see me do. We can get back into those now as we allow ourselves more freedom. But let's talk about what is in the book and when it comes out. Will be coming out this week, so very, very soon, in ebook as well as hard copy or softback form. Inside, you will find a ton of things. It's legit. Like, I took everything pretty much that I know that would be relevant to a beginner and put it in here. And even some of the things that you'll want to know to get really good at this. And it's targeted towards the impatient beginner like me, people who don't want the fluff, people who really don't like to read, and just want to look at the bold text and see if it pertains to you and then skip to the next bold text. That's what this is made for. It actually has bold text highlighting the main points. If you want to read further, go ahead. If not, skip to the next part. And there are QR codes on the hard copy or the softback copy, as well as links in the ebook straight to tutorials so that you can get your visuals to match your reading. And that makes it an all-around lesson. And the tutorials, all of the tutorials are free. So I am super excited about this, and they will be available in my classes. We have a ton of classes coming up in Houston, Texas. We have an open sew, a sip and sew. We have a full in January coming up. We have a denim making class. We're going to do something for Halloween. We'll probably do something for Christmas. So yeah, I'm super excited. We have a ton of stuff going on, and you don't want to miss it. So that make sure you get your copy and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.